Hi, this is Pastor Rick. Welcome to Sharpen. This is our weekly Bible study. I like to come to you and share just a brief thought, something to give you something to think about, give you a little word to put in your heart and mind. Today, I want you to think about this concept I've been thinking about for a while regarding how I think. Philippians chapter 4 gives some advice that I like. And I want to read it first, and then I'll tell you what my concept has been. It's been great. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all, the Lord is near. Rejoice in the Lord always. That's the verse. Now, that sounds great on paper, but it's hard in life. Because most of the time our lives go zigzaggy, kind of everywhere. So you get up and you try to think good thoughts and you try to be okay, but life's not always feeling okay. So you're struggling, trying to find your way. The only way this will work is if you do something that I've been thinking about for the last few days. You have to drive your mind the way you drive your car. You're not going to be a rejoicing person, a happy person, unless you drive yourself to joy. Let me say it again. You have to drive yourself to joy. Because life has all kinds of twists and turns. Things go wrong, things happen, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, all kinds of things happen. So you have to say, okay, when I get into my life today, like I get into my car, I'm going to drive my life forward. And in driving, I'm going to rejoice. I'm going to rejoice in the Lord always. I'm not going to allow what happened to me, what was said to me, what was done to me, to define how I feel today. I'm not going to drive myself off the cliff of emotional distress. I'm not going to drive myself into a wall of frustration. I'm not going to allow myself to feel this way. I'm going to rejoice in the Lord always. That there's a simple, profound message there that gets lost in the rush of frustration. Well, Pastor Rick, you might say, you know what, it's easy to say it, but my kids are crazy and my husband's wacky and my mother-in-law is out of her mind. Maybe true. But at the end of the day, worrying is not going to change any of that. Driving your mind into that wall of frustration and dwelling on that is not going to change anything. It's when you say, for the whole week, I'm not going to allow myself to be dominated by those thoughts. My life is full of negativity. I mean, I have people dying, I have people sick, I have people going through all kinds of things, especially during this season. Wow, one more time, wow. It's amazing. But I get in my life every day, and I choose to drive my life forward, and it's not always easy. I run into my own fears, my own insecurities, and pain. Sometimes it hurts to watch things happen to people. But that's part of the process. And so until you decide to change this and say, I'm going to take a rejoicing position, I'm going to learn to be happy no matter what. I'm going to learn to be happy when I have and when I don't have. That's what Paul said. I'll learn how to rejoice in abundance and survive and be okay in times of need. There are times I wish everything was perfect. There are times I wish everything was easy, but it's not always like that. But when it's not like that, I get in my car and I drive my life the way I drive my car. Drive my life toward joy. I choose to rejoice. And that's not always shouting and dancing in church. You know, some people make that the only place you can rejoice. When the worship team's up, then we can have a good moment of rejoicing. No, I think you need to have your own worship life, your own prayer life, your own devotion time with God, and your own mind-focused commitment to joy. That's you, all about you. Not about your cousin, your friend, your pastor, the choir, the church. All that's great stuff. But the real issue is, can I find joy? Can I rejoice in the Lord always? Not sometimes, always. Now, I know this can sound very, very kind of almost naive, but I believe it works. In my darkest hours, in some of my most difficult moments, I've seen God come in and touch me. So let me pray for you. Because some of you, your joy is gone. And you are driving yourself into the wall of frustration every day, trying to control things you don't control. So let me pray for you. Father, I pray for those today who've heard this message. May it inspire them to change the way they view the world. May they open their hearts and their minds and say, God, I really don't want to be frustrated. I'm not going to allow this to control me. I am not going to be dominated by these thoughts, but I'm going to rejoice in the Lord always. Drive your mind, your emotions, the way you drive your car, and stop hitting the walls, please. My name is Pastor Ricky Temple. I've enjoyed being with you today. I want you to go and be sharp today. This is Sharpen. The whole goal is to keep you sharp. I pastor Overcoming by Faith in Savannah, Georgia. Hope you get to see us one day. Come visit. We'd love to have you. Have a great day. Stay sharp. See you next time right here for our weekly devotional. Bye-bye.